I mean, I do see the the way this unorganized sector actually has been helping a lot of people in, developing their livelihoods. They are really dependent on it, and it has saved many a people from a state of real,
Ma'am,
you know,
Baiju's
misery.
just acquired Akash, and we all know the amount. So it is now not anymore an unorganized sector. This is a huge industry.
I'm not talking about exactly only these are the big names which you can literally count on your fingertips. And there are many other which are local, coaching centers of each city, which are very famous. Say Akash sir, Vikas sir, Renu ma'am, that kind of, the hoardings that we see in the
Right.
school, on the
किसी ने
roadsides.
किसी ने मुझे बताया मैम कुछ समय पहले कि कोचिंग सेंटर्स की खूबसूरती यही है कि वो चुप चुप करके कारपेट के नीचे से दे आर सो मेनी कोचिंग सेंटर्स, दे आर मोर देन 100 crore रेवेन्यू, दे आर मोर देन 500 crore रेवेन्यू इंडस्ट्री, और हमें पता ही नहीं है, हमें लगता है कि सिर्फ दो चार पांच हैं, but under the carpet they are, this is such a huge industry.
Huge
And but
industry.
we all agree with you that we need to find a kind of regulation on that. And we hope that you become Minister of Education and you find a solution. So thank you, Richa ma'am. And now I would request, we have been joined by Urmila Vajpayee ma'am. Urmila ma'am, if I may ask you your concluding remark, and if you can share your priority if you become Minister of Education. So what would you like to, you like to implement? Urmila Vajpayee ma'am. Okay, so I'll come. Urmi ma'am has joined. Urmila ma'am has joined. So, ma'am, okay, I'll ask the same question from Rashmi ma'am. I'll come back to Urmila ma'am later. So, Rashmi ma'am, over to you. Your concluding remark, and you are on mute, ma'am. And what would be your priority if you become Minister of Education?
Yeah, see, education, we all are educators, we are doing our job. But one thing right now I feel is missing from the schools, what we had in our times is the discipline amongst the children. So, being from army background, I'll try to bring more discipline, maybe in the form of NCC or maybe 1 year crash course of army or something like that, where children they know about it. And nationality, we have to bring that nationality in the children of our country. We feel ashamed at times saying that now, of course, the things are changing. But then there was a time, okay, India, maybe developing country or something like that. So I would like to bring that discipline and nationality in our children. So for that, I think army or crash course or NCC should be compulsory for everyone, at least for 1 year, so that they know to respect their country, they know to respect the flag. So that is very important for the country.
Right. Right. Thank you, Rashmi ma'am, for that wonderful thought. We all agree with that part. Now I would request Garima ma'am, ma'am, if I may ask you your concluding remark, and if you get a chance to become Minister of Education, let's say for one day, so what would be your priority?
Uh, Thank you so much, IEC, for giving this wonderful opportunity to all of us for the wonderful and insightful session that we had today. And I'm really privileged to attend this session. And I feel that I have learned a lot from all the educators who have come from different parts of the country today. And talking about coming to your question, I think the new education policy has already introduced and tried to bring in change as far as reforms are concerned in the educational arena. But still, if given an opportunity to do something other than whatever has already been achieved or whatever has already been planned to be achieved in the new educational policy, I would definitely try to devise some system or some method to integrate peer tutoring in school system. I would try to devise some system for it, because though it has already been discussed at length that students they learn best when they learn from their friends, but how to include or integrate that thing into a day-to-day system in the school. So we need to think about how a system to be devised so that we can achieve a target as far as tutor learning or peer tutoring is concerned.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a wonderful thought, and we all agree with that. Thank you, Garima ma'am. And now I would request Sunil Dangi ji, Sunil sir, I'll come to you and you would expect me
हाँ
these.
मतलब ये इसी हिसाब से सबका 10 की बननी है, तो इसमें
Sunil
देखिए
sir,
अगर
if I
तो
may,
हम लोग चेंजेस करें वो आपको बता दें.
I believe, yeah. Sunil sir, if I may ask you your concluding remark and your priority as Minister of Education.
uh, the new education policy that definitely the change has been coming, but such a drastic change has come after 34 years. And I think the intention behind it to take the education system of our country at par with the education of the developed country. So, and giving more options to the kids, and making education more fun instead of putting a pressure on the child. That's the basic intention of the new education policy. So now for my as far as if I would have become a education minister, so as ideally there, even if I'll become the parliament minister, if I'll go into the parliament, even then I'll put this request that an education minister must be an educator at least for 20 years. कोई भी आप में से आप एजुकेटर्स हैं, बिकॉज यूर पेन जाके पैर ना पड़ी, वो एक मुहावरा है ना, पड़ी पिवाई वो क्या जाने पीठ पर आई. तो if an education minister who is coming, he does not know anything about the education, he has just won an election and now he has become an educator. So an education minister should be a experience of at least 10 to 15 years from the education industry. So that's how, and it just a very very critical critical part of our society. Education is a very critical thing. So वैसा ही आदमी बनना चाहिए, नहीं तो अभी ऐसे मैं तो नहीं बनना चाहूंगा, मैं बन ही नहीं सकता क्योंकि वो पॉलिसी ऐसी बननी चाहिए कि मैं तो एजुकेटर हूं ही नहीं. So it should be so that's
20 कम से कम 20 साल किसी स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल रहे हो, but what we have realized during our last 102 sessions that most of the school leaders, आज तो यहाँ पे रिचा मैम ने और गरिमा मैम ने सबने बोला, but most of the school leaders, they are not interested in becoming education minister. वो कहते हैं हम पिछले 30-35 साल से एजुकेशन में पॉलिसी बना रहे हैं, अब हमें कुछ फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर टाइप बनाओ. So people who have got that 2 decades or 3 decades of experience in education, so they believe the real skill lies somewhere else. So they are interested in some more authority in different parts. So now I would request Pandey sir, yeah, Homi ma'am, you want to say something?
Yes.
Yeah, over to you, ma'am.
I also want to say something.
No, absolutely. I'll come back to you all. Homi ma'am, your concluding remark and what would be your priority?
Okay. I have a number of ideas, but please tell me let me put it like, what kind of a minister, state or union?
Union ma'am. आप स्टेट के लेवल से तो पहले ही ऊपर हैं.
हाँ, okay. Now for the union, I am going to allocate budgets to full and have teacher vacancies immediately fulfilled. Then immediately improve infrastructure and invite the government for their ideas how they have transformed the entire education system. So these 3 main things: immediately fill up teacher vacancies and give better facilities to the teachers, immediately improve the infrastructure, and have Delhi government to come and share how did they bring about all that. That's amazing work they have done.
Wonderful. Absolutely. So but ये बड़ा मुश्किल है मैम. I don't know, मतलब I feel that जसविंदर सर इसको करेक्ट कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि अगर हम दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट मॉडल की तारीफ करते तो शायद मोदी सरकार में हम मिनिस्टर एजुकेशन ना बन पाए. Right, so Jaswinder sir may have something to add that.
Yeah, I will add when you ask me to do that.
Right, sir. I'll come to you. So now before come to Jaswinder sir, I would request Urmila Bajpayee ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, if I may request you, can we have your concluding remark and what would be your priority if you become Minister of Education?
Thank you for giving me this opportunity, imaginary one. We talked of indiscipline and coaching institutes. I have written to CBSE also earlier that a very important thing is that why do we keep conducting these practical examinations? Let us conduct the practical examinations, practicals in the school, and ask the questions based on those practicals in the examination papers. That will immediately put a full stop on these coaching institutions, which our teachers, they start running parallel to the schools. And that will check indiscipline also. What actually are we giving our students these days? That it or in senior classes especially, it depends on that. If we put a full stop to this practical thing, then these things will automatically fall in place. Second is, there are n number of teachers, but they are not teachers by default. It's not that they wanted to be teachers. They are teachers because, let us face it, because they couldn't be anything else. They wanted to be an engineer, they wanted to be something else, but they landed up being a teacher. So teacher training, well, fine, whatever it is now, the situation is in front of us. So the teachers training, that is the most important aspect of our education system today. There are n number of teachers, but nobody is properly trained. When it comes to training, what we do this paperwork. So practical training has to be made mandatory for each teacher. Then only education system can be improved. And then when the teachers are trained, when they are actually committed, they are teacher from inside, then definitely, be it your discipline, be it any problem in the school, that will automatically fall in place. This is my say on this. Thank you
Right.
so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. These are the very important ideas, and we all agree with you, Urmila ma'am. And teachers are the key. We need to empower teachers. In fact, one very senior, educationist, he shared when he joined us that the school, I would say the schools are willing to spend a good amount of money, on their annual functions rather than spending some of that amount on teachers training. So we actually don't see that investment as a investment on our school that would certainly come back in some way or the other. So thank you, Urmila ma'am, for highlighting that. Now I would request Jaswinder sir, the birthday boy. Jaswinder sir, I know that you are also, you have also initiated a wonderful mission. So I would also request if you can share that, some
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Thank
Jaswinder
you
sir.
so much, Rajulji. First, I'll start with what I'm very close to, Modi ji, is I don't think politics needs to enter into education. I have personally worked on a very large project with the government of Delhi and how they have worked. We worked on a language development program where in a month we trained 12,000 students to be assessed by foreign universities. And the results were wonderful because they were ready to pay good amount. They were ready to listen to us, and they were thinking about the students rather than what comes in the newspaper. So if not get him to become a minister with the current government, we should at least learn. There's no harm in learning from your opponents. You only become better. So that should not be a problem. Coming on to the point of the takeaway from this thing on NEP, I say that this is a big disruptor. It will take time. It is not a small thing, but we can achieve this in piecemeal. We should start working different phases at a time, and ultimately because we've got 10 years to achieve what has to be done, this would be done. Coming on to what would I do if I were to be made the education minister, I would come back to what Urmila ma'am said. You see, teachers are the most important component of this entire NEP or education at the whole. You may spend money, you may get infrastructure, you may get technology, you may get everything, but if you don't have the right kind of teachers, nothing is going to happen. Plus, not everybody is trainable. So we should get teachers to join teaching as choice, not to be forced into it. How do we do that? We do that by giving them the right respect. What we need to do, if I were to be the minister, I would make them as the first class citizens of this country. They are the ones who are creating the leaders of tomorrow. They are the ones who are doing this. So what I have done is, though I don't think I can ever be a minister, but I have started something, an initiative from my level. Homi ma'am, Urmila ma'am, Garima ma'am, Richa ma'am, uh, talking about Rashmi ma'am and Pandey sir. I would request you to support me in this initiative of mine. I'm just going to share the screen. If you give me a second, I'm sharing the screen where what I'm talking about here is that I'm saying is that, can you see the screen, everybody? Can you see the
Yes,
screen?
we can.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We
So,
can.
so what we say
Yes,
is that,
we do.
can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So what we say is we need to recognize all educationists. And what we have done is we've recognized other professions, like a doctor can write a DR prefixed, an engineer can write ER, a chartered accountant writes CA. Why can't we have an ED, educator, written before that? What I would suggest is let's have the ED part written onto that. I have taken the liberty of just showing how about having it this way. Can we have something of this sort? We will, we as educators, if we do this, if we actually put this and recognize ourselves and recognize our fellow teachers, I am sure we'll be able to go to the next level. We need, see, apart than money, respect is important. Education is not something that I was supposed to do A to B. I've done that, I'm through. You know to go beyond, and that beyond comes not only from money, it also comes from recognition and the right kind of recognition. So I request hereby to all the panelists, if you could start this with your school, with your own self, this would make a difference. If you write it, 100 people will come to know, and you would be able to tell them that we as educationists need to get onto that. So that will be something that I look forward from all of you. Now, coming on to the last part here, I promised you that there will be a virtual cake. Here is a cake from my side. It is a chocolate cream with a cream on
Thank you
it.
so much.
Sorry, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
I'm so sorry.
Thank
I would have loved to, share my
Please.
this important day with all of you. I would have loved to get this on, but okay, can you see this?
Okay.
Sorry,
Yes,
sorry.
Yes,
we can
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it, sir. We all can
So,
enjoy
so,
it.
so you can all enjoy. But
Please.
I will make sure that if I get an opportunity to come and meet you, we will share at least a small pastry with you. Thank you so much, and thank you for, making my day a
Thank
little
you.
more special. Thank you.
And that's very inspiring to see that Jaswinder sir is also joining to our next session that will start at 3. So that's very inspiring to see that on his birthday. Maybe that happens when you cross 50. So you are more focused. So I don't know that, but that's very inspiring that on a birthday, he is here for 6 hours. So thank you, sir, for sharing your day with us. Thank you. And before I just conclude, I just need a minute in explaining what we have been doing at School Lalaji. So I would request all you all, please give me a minute. I'll just share the screen and I would explain what all things we have been doing at School Lalaji Solutions. I'll present the screen here for a minute. Some of you are already aware with School Lalaji. We are India's largest one-stop solution organization. We are working. We are in 42 cities, working with somewhere around 4,500 institutions. We help educational institutions in 3 ways. We help them in buying right thing from right people at right price. We also help them in selling their old stuff, like their old buses, generators, furniture. We also help them in, raising money. That may be in terms of financing, low. Why there is a need for a platform like School Lalaji Solutions? Because there are thousands of companies in India. They have wonderful products, they have unique services, but it's very difficult for those companies to reach out to you. It's very difficult for Richa ma'am, Garima ma'am, Rashmi ma'am to meet everyone to understand their details in that detail, their features in that detail. So here we come into the picture. We understand your school, your taste, your requirement, your budgetary limitation. Then we connect you with the right people. These are the different areas where we are helping government, uniform insurance, solar plant installation, language lab, security solutions, furniture, recruitment, music classrooms, healthcare, robotics, STEM, STEAM labs, career counseling, stationery, digital marketing, IT solutions, learning tools, finance. And we take the guarantee that we'll save at least 5 to 7%. So that's kind of a 5% additional revenue. Just one example, we save 2 crore 40 lakh rupees for different schools in one category, that is bus insurance. Some major highlights, in fact, we did one very innovative service we launched during the lockdown. We delivered books for 92 schools, from your school to your students' doorstep. So during the month of, April, May, and June and July. So we delivered books, from our partner schools. 92 schools joined that service. By the end of 2021, we aim to reach out to 10,000 institutions. We need your support, your guidance, your blessings. So I'll end my talk here. So big thanks and for making this 103rd session truly special one. Thank you, Urmila ma'am, Rashmi ma'am, Homi ma'am, Garima ma'am, Richa ma'am, Jaswinder sir, Pandey sir, Sunil sir for joining and making this session truly special. Thank you all. This is the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you. We enjoyed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Raju. Thank you, team. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you to all the panelists.
देखो आप बाहर चल रहा है